Rep X Pepin, or as the internet would affectionately refer to as the Repins. These might just be the very best adjustable dumbbells on the market, but it's going to depend on your lifting style. Growing up, my dad had adjustable dumbbells in our home gym. They were the PowerBlocks. For a long time, those were kind of like best of the best. So when these came out, I was pretty excited because there are a few things about the PowerBlocks that I didn't love, but these ones are dope. Setup for these are really easy. There's 2 screws per side per dumbbell. Screw in loosely, and then you put all the weights in. Then you'll tighten that down, make sure there's just a little bit of play in order to take these in and out. Set them up wherever you want to put them. So I just put them on this adjustable plywood box that I got from Rep. Again, I've got the wheeling cart coming later, which I'm super excited about, to be able to put my extra weights in the center and be able to walk in just a little bit. We're gonna jump into the pros. What's awesome about these? I know you've seen Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, and he's gonna talk a lot about all these things as well, but I'm gonna just kind of recap some of the things that I like and then address a few of the things that maybe were missed. So the first thing I noticed is these things are built like a tank. The quality of these are incredible. Garage Gym Reviews will always talk about the knurling. Yes, they are awesome. I really like it. I think they feel pretty darn well balanced. I know there's a few complaints out there they don't feel super balanced depending on the move you're doing. Overall, for adjustable dumbbells, in my opinion, I do feel like they're pretty well balanced. They're pretty quick and easy to change. You pop the pin out on each side and slide it to the desired weight. Make sure you do it equally on both sides, otherwise you're gonna have a really weird balance. Maybe adjust the 5-pound increments by pulling out these 2 extra little weights. That's where I have one of the cons, and that's it, the low-hanging fruit. Most people know that. I'll talk about that in a second. Outside of that, pretty darn quick and easy to change. Frankly, pretty satisfying. The pop pins I find very satisfying to change the weights and easy to do. Oddly enough, one of the other pros, in my opinion, are the side rails. They sometimes can be a little annoying and get in the way, but overall, it adds extra durability and basically extra handles on the side to be able to do different type of workouts. They are expandable all the way up to 125 pounds. A lot of adjustable dumbbells will cap out at much lower weight, and if they don't, then you have to sometimes get a different cage to be able to keep growing with it, so it gets more and more expensive. These are dope because you buy it once, you can buy the lowest set, 85 pounds like I did, and then if you change your mind or you want to upgrade or you get stronger, whatever it is, you can go ahead and just add in those extra weights like I have coming. Again, it's an extra $20 for every 20 pounds you're going to add on after the fact. Want to get them anyways, just get them up front and you'll save yourself a total of $40. They've done a very good job of not making these things grow ridiculously large when you're getting to big weight. I think a lot of adjustable dumbbells can get really big and bulky with all the extra plates that you're adding on. They've done a good job of the diameter and the thickness of each of these plates to make it feel pretty darn close to what a fixed dumbbell size would be. Another pro, my wife likes them. So if you're on the fence or if your wife's like, I don't know if it's worth it, you can just say, hey, I saw some guy on YouTube and his wife likes them, so you'll like them. Maybe that'll help you. The crate is high quality. You can adjust it to just have just the perfect amount of room to be able to slide the weights in and out. Especially after doing a heavy set, it's important to be able to get those weights back into their crate pretty quickly, and I can say confidently I have not had any issues with getting it back into the crate. Unless you max out all the weight that you have, there's nothing left over in the crate. They will move around a little bit when you're trying to put them back in like this. However, you should be bolting these down once you get them in their final resting place anyway, so this will be a non-issue. Now we're gonna jump into the cons, the not so great. The things you wanna know before you buy. The 5-pound increments are kind of a pain. I feel like they're kind of an afterthought, and I wish that they had a better way of doing it. Frankly, they could have just flipped it on the other side and found a way that when you crate it, have it just click in or click out. But the fact that you have to pull this little pin out and take it out and put it somewhere 2 times per dumbbell is pretty cumbersome. Not the end of the world, I get why they did it, but I do really wish that they fixed that. If you have the 85-pound set, this is kind of a nice little workaround that my wife found. Just pull them out and put them on the outside of these crates like this, and it will hold it just fine. But as you know, I'm upgrading all the way to the 125. I'm gonna be losing my place where I put my 5-pound increments. So that's one of the reasons why I pre-ordered the rolling cart, because there's a specific spot where you can put those weights when you're done. And you can kind of walk in a little bit to pick them up. Here's one of the biggest cons that I think most adjustable dumbbells suffer from: the movement between the plates, because obviously you have multiple plates being used. There's gonna be some play in there. Unfortunately, these are not immune. Not great for dynamic workouts. If you're a CrossFitter, I would already just say these are not for you. But if you are doing maybe more standard type of lifts, I think you'll be completely happy with these. There are a few that I've noticed, like bicep curls, that these things can make a lot of noise, especially when you have the 5-pound increments in there. If you take those out, it's not nearly as bad. But again, sometimes you're gonna have those in. That's just the nature of lifting weights. You need to have extra 5 pounds when you need it. I found a little workaround that if you rotate it just a little bit a certain direction, it won't make as much noise. It's not a big deal. I usually have headphones in or music's playing, but if I'm working out early in the morning and I don't wanna wake anyone up, that is not my favorite. I wish that they'd maybe even put some sort of rubber or whatever it is that could help these not move around so much. Not a deal breaker by any means, but it is something to note. The pull pins, in order to take them in and out, get in the way. I fiddle with them a few times to get that ring to stay up and out of the way so I'm not hitting it when I'm doing my moves. A little bit of an annoyance, and I wish that they would address this. Rep says these are drop friendly, which is pretty rare for adjustable dumbbells. These are not in the same category as the quick draws that they have where you see them chucking them off the buildings and they're just fine. These ones are probably drop friendly. I've seen Coop do it on Garage Gym Reviews. It's just one of those things that you don't want to do. It's not something that you should plan on doing. I think you can do it if you need to. You gotta bail from a set. I think you'll be just fine. I don't think there's anything that's gonna break. They feel super, super solid. If you were to do this with NÜOBELLs, I've seen a bunch of reviews there, those do break. You have to bail, obviously. You'll be fine. Just don't make it a habit to slam these things on the ground all the time. Maybe just get a little rubber mat underneath you to help them out, because the metal on the concrete, if you're working out on concrete, that ain't gonna go well. Some people have mentioned that they've had packaging problems, meaning when they get shipped there, they have issues, the weights have been damaged or scratched. I didn't have any of those issues. When I got their pull-up bar, I did get one of the scratches in there. They just sent me some touch-up paint. Frankly, I'm a little surprised that people have damage when they come because I thought the packaging felt great to me. But again, it's just me. I got lucky, I guess. I'd say the final con, again, I mentioned this earlier, it's not that big of a deal. They are not perfectly balanced as a fixed dumbbell would be without any of the side rails. They've done a fantastic job with the side rails. It's not really an issue to me. But again, people have talked about it in the comments that, yeah, it's not perfectly balanced and I wish somebody would adjust that. So it's pretty darn close. Like, I don't think you're gonna have any issues with it, frankly. I don't have any issues with it, except for I've noticed a few times where it's like, yeah, that's not exactly the same as a fixed dumbbell would be. But again, it's such a minute difference, and you know that when you're getting adjustable dumbbell, they're not fixed. They're gonna have a little bit of quirk, a little bit of difference because they're adjustable and you're saving a ton on space, and that's one of the trade-offs. So the final verdict, should you buy? I would say yes, 1000%. If you need to be able to expand your weights, you want good quality, you want it to feel good, these are a great buy. The only people that should not be getting it, in my opinion, are CrossFitters or people that are doing a lot of dynamic moves, because the play in the weights, it is an issue when you're doing a lot of dynamic moves. But when I'm doing bicep curls or certain types of moves and hearing the weights move, not a big deal, but I could imagine if you're doing a lot of snatches and stuff, that's gonna get annoying and you probably won't like these. In my opinion, I would like 100% get these over the NÜOBELLs any day, every day, especially because you can get the same weight to start, and then if you change your mind or you get stronger, you can upgrade to 125 pounds. With the NÜOBELLs, you can't. I just looked at them in store and they just felt way cheaper, and I noticed a lot of reviews saying if you drop them, they break. There's a lot of plastic parts. I like how they adjust the increments better, probably. It seems faster, but again, long-term durability, expandability is not there. I am probably like most people, when you're working out with really quality equipment, it just makes the workout that much more fun and you feel that much more safe working out with things you know it's not gonna fail. These are no exception to that. These things are gonna last a very long time. I think you will be super happy with these if you get them. And I'll continue to give you updates through this video, through the comments below, how these are doing. Subscribe if you want to see a long-term durability test. My wife and I are using these almost daily. I also have the black wing bench and this rolling stand coming, so I will have future videos coming about. I'll have a link in the description below. Not sure if it'll be affiliated or not. If it is, it doesn't cost you any extra. It just helps me be able to put more time and effort into making these videos. Please comment down below, like, subscribe if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you for the next one.